I pay $8 a month for my phone plan, and when I broke my phone, my credit card still paid for the repair. Most people assume this benefit is either fake or impossible to use or just not worth the headache. So I decided to stress test it. I went through the paperwork, got rejected multiple times, and here's what actually happened. I tested this with a $8 a month US mobile plan. If it works here, it works for almost anyone. Two things that you need: a credit card with cell phone insurance, and you have to use that credit card to pay for your phone bill. That's it. So now that you know the tools that you need to activate this benefit, what are the next steps? How do you actually claim this benefit? And honestly, this is where most people stop the process. First off, what you want to do is dust off those terms and conditions, because they're going to be your best friend. When you're going through those terms and conditions, you want to look for that section where it says specifically the cell phone insurance benefit. And most importantly, the website to file the claim to claim this insurance benefit. And in my case with the Bilt card, I had to go through a website called Assurant. Now, it doesn't get easier from there. When you get to that website, most of the time you'll have to make a new account, especially if it's a third-party website. It's not through Wells Fargo or American Express. You'll have to fill in all the necessary details, and also you'll have to fill in the credit card numbers to make sure that the credit card you're using does qualify for the cell phone insurance benefit. Now, I know it's very tedious, but at the end, I swear you're gonna love the results. Now for actually filing the claim part, the meats and bones of the situation. When you get to the section where you have to fill out all the damage details and what happened to your phone, details like how did you break it, what happened to leading up to breaking your phone. I believe most, if not all, the terms and conditions don't cover for purposeful damage. Most of it has to be accidental damage. I believe some of them do cover for theft, so definitely check your terms and conditions to make sure, but it's just a basic summary of what happened to your phone. For me, I just put that I dropped my phone on the sidewalk and it caused a couple of cracks. Therefore, it made the screen not as functional, a little bit slower than usual, and sometimes it wasn't sensitive to touch. And actually, I would highly recommend doing this stuff before even filling out the claim stuff. The very first thing that you want to do is get an invoice for that repair cost. Now, most people, and I've seen it all over the internet, think that to activate this benefit, you have to get the repair cost and actually get it repaired and hope that you get a reimbursement after you've done that repair. That is completely false. You can get the invoice first, submit the claim, and only repair once it's approved. Now, you can do it either way, but I really recommend doing it this way, because then you don't have to be anxious whether or not your claim is approved, whether or not you're going to be out some money if the claim doesn't get approved. And to get that invoice, it's actually fairly simple. For me, I went to the Apple store because I had an iPhone. I went to one of Genius Bar representatives and I asked, hey, could I get an invoice to repair my phone? I think the screen isn't working the way it should be. And honestly, she didn't even look at my phone. She didn't even check anything. She just printed off the invoice for me of what it would cost to replace the entire front screen of my iPhone. So fairly simple. I had the invoice. They didn't even need to check my phone. And now I have something to submit when I'm doing this cell phone insurance claim. All right, great. So we have everything that we need to file this claim. It should be fairly easy from here on out, right? Wrong. This is the exact moment most people actually quit and call this benefit a scam, that it doesn't work. But it's not that the benefit doesn't work, it's just that the paperwork has to match perfectly. So when I tried to first use this benefit, I got rejected multiple times. I got rejected twice. The first time I forgot to attach the phone bill. The second time, the bill didn't clearly show which card I used and the dates didn't match. So I submitted June, July, and August bills to cover everything, and that finally worked. I received an approval email saying that they'll pay out my claim and exactly how much they were paying for. And if you notice in the approval email, the payout isn't exactly the same as the repair cost. And one of the reasons for that is within the terms and conditions, it does show that it does have a $25 deductible. That $25 deductible is taken out of the payout. But we finally did it. We got the claim, we got the payout, we have the email that says that if you fill out this form, you can get your payout through a bank transfer or you can get paid through a check. So I decided to go with the bank transfer route and have it electronically transferred to my account. It only took 1 day to transfer into my JP Morgan Chase account. So it was pretty fast. So here's what actually mattered. You had to get the invoice, and most of the time, if you're just asking for the cost to repair, most repair places won't even ask to see your phone. When submitting my claim, the insurance company also didn't ask for any documentation on the damage of my phone. You do have to have your cell phone bill, and you have to make sure that the cell phone bill is paid with the credit card before the damage actually happened, and the credit card numbers are completely visible on that cell phone bill. Now, things to remember, this process is actually very similar to AppleCare, except it does require a little bit more time, a little bit more paperwork since you're going through a third party. The insurance only covers functional damage only and not cosmetic. And it's also supposed to be accidental damage only. And you don't only have to use the Bilt card. There are many credit cards out there that offer cell phone protection insurance. Of course, some of them have different terms and conditions, different limits that they have, different deductibles. So definitely make sure that you read the terms and conditions very closely and very carefully. But the process for many credit cards tends to be really similar. So cell phone protection insurance on many credit cards is a real benefit, but this benefit does punish sloppiness. If you're organized, it's worth it. Many times this benefit can pay more than the annual fee on some of these high annual fee credit cards. But if you hate paperwork, you'll think this is a scam. This is why I make these videos, not to sell you a card, but to see where the marketing ends and where the actual value begins. So if there's a benefit that you don't trust or don't know how to use, comment it down below and I'll test it out so you don't have to. And I'll see you later.